Hey y'all, meteorologist Sydney Goldberg here from the First Alert Desk, and it's Monday. It's the start of a new week. Hopefully you enjoyed your weekend, but I'll tell you what, it was quite warm this weekend, and unfortunately we just have more warm weather to deal with this work week and into the weekend. But hey, at least we're starting off nicer on this Monday. Here's what it looks like outside in our Sky 9 camera. This is on top of LaBerge overlooking the Mississippi River. We have blue skies. It looks nice out there, just a few clouds, dry conditions, but yeah, we are warming up. We're into the mid 80s in some places, 85 here at the Baton Rouge Metro Airport. We're 86 up Macomb as well as in Gonzales, 82 over in New Roads though, 89 in Bogalusa. So yeah, it is warm and it's going to be another warm afternoon. Temperatures should climb to the low 90s for our afternoon high today, and it's going to be another mainly dry day. Just have a 10% chance through the late afternoon and early evening, and that's about it. It'll be another dry and warm day for your Monday. I'll show you that on the modeling here. Here's a futurecast. Basically, once we get into the afternoon, you may see a flicker of some green. That's just the possibility for a spotty shower popping up through the afternoon. If it does pop up, it'll be quick. As quick as it popped up, it'll be quick to dissipate, and we'll keep it dry for most places today, right on through the evening and overnight. That's really going to be it in terms of rain chances through the rest of the week. We've got 10% today, right on through Thursday. Maybe we see an uptick by Friday into Sunday, but just a 10% more. So really the story is just mainly dry through the rest of the week, and the weekend, isolated chance for a shower or storm through the afternoon hours each day. So in terms of talking about rain chances, because we're lacking rain chances, we have to pay attention to this. This is the drought monitor. This was released last Thursday, so we'll get a new one this upcoming Thursday. But the yellow here is just indicating that we're starting to see some abnormally dry conditions. No drought conditions yet, but with the slim rain chances each day this week into the weekend, and we'll likely see that pattern continuing. This will be something that we'll have to continue to monitor for the weeks ahead. So no drought conditions right now, but we are starting to see some abnormally dry conditions kind of east into the south, including Hammond, New Orleans, and even portions of southern Mississippi. So this will be something that we'll have to keep an eye on, but it's not abnormal. In fact, September is actually one of our driest months in terms of our monthly rainfall. It's right around underneath 4.5 inches total, which is tied with February, and it's behind our driest month, which is typically November. So it's not abnormal that we're seeing some drier conditions during the month of September, but what is abnormal is our actual high temperatures. Temperatures expected to be in the low 90s right on through the rest of the work week and into the weekend, but you notice this is 4 to 5 degrees above our typical high temperature for this time of year is in the upper 80s. So we're running above normal even though temperatures are into the low 90s. And you're going to feel a difference in the heat by midweek into the later part of the week, and that has to deal with the humidity. Right now we have some slightly drier air in place, so our dew points are in those upper 60s today, tomorrow. Then by midweek you start to see an uptick in those dew points. 68, 69 by Thursday, 70 by Friday. So with the increase in moisture, you're going to feel the heat through the afternoon, especially in that heat index. So it feels like temperatures are going to climb. So we're feeling like the low 90s, which is where our temperatures, actual temperatures, are sitting today and tomorrow. But then once we see that increase in humidity, we're going to see an increase in those feels like temperatures. So we could get near triple digits by the end of the work week, but right now it just looks like the upper 70s, which is still quite warm through the afternoon. And if you're hoping for some more fall-like temperatures, unfortunately, not yet. This is the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. This is produced by the Climate Prediction Center. So this is valid through September 22nd through September 28th. So essentially through the end of September, we're expected to stay above normal in terms of temperature. So this is a probabilistic outlook, and you can see the darkest shades of red from the Midwest, Central Mississippi River Valley, and including the state of Louisiana. So unfortunately, it looks like we're going to keep the heat with us right on through the rest of September. But here's the latest in the tropics. We're still into the peak of hurricane season. Right now, the biggest concern is this guy right here. This is a tropical wave. It moved off the African coast. You'll also notice there's another one that's also moving off the African coast. This guy right here has a high chance of developing through the next week, but it's got a medium chance through the next 2 days. So it's likely we'll see this develop into a depression by the middle and later part of this work week. So where is it going to go? Well, models are hinting at that it'll head towards the Leeward Islands by the end of the work week, and then there's a good amount of agreement that it's going to take that recurve right back into the Atlantic around this area of high pressure. So this is still a long ways out, so right now it's just something to monitor, but it does look like it's going to take that right turn and no impacts expected for us here in the Gulf Coast and for the United States as of now, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. Back here at home, unfortunately, we're dealing with the heat, low 90s, right on through the rest of the extended forecast, and mostly dry conditions. Maybe a slim chance of rain each day, but for the most part, we're going to keep it dry. So if you head over to our 9 News and Noon newscast, Jeff Morrow will have more details for you for the rest of the work week, as well as the latest updates on the tropics for you there.